Hello, legendary beings. Welcome to the show. It's September 20th. I think it's a Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. Hopefully you're all doing well out there. Hey, a couple things off the top of the program. I know it's been a little while. Don't forget to not like and not share and not subscribe to this channel. But if you already have, that's okay. I'm happy you're here. Secondly, a big shout out today. What I saw the past week from a young man named Cody Lee. He won the AGT contest. And a big shout out to you, everybody in the United States that voted for that young man. There's very few things on this planet that move me to the point of tears, but that young man's performance and performances throughout that competition. And normally this is something that I get into, but I had to give a big shout out because that definitely moved me, and I'm so happy and glad for him that he was able to be. And thanks to all of you that gave a big thumbs up to Cody Lee, and will continue to do so in the future. It made me very happy inside my heart. Okay, and then on the complete opposite end of the spectrum, I have to issue an apology. And this apology comes on behalf of the whole nation of Canada for some garbage guy dressed up in brown face. He's supposed to be our leader. He's supposed to be the guy that represents the Great White North, as we call it up here. But what a very despicable act that probably some of you saw in your news on the global stage. And I just I woke up feeling very ashamed and disappointed to be a Canadian after seeing those despicable acts. So I want to give an apology to everybody watching on behalf of the entire nation of Canada. I mean, opposite end of the spectrum. Young man on the spectrum, you know, with incredible gifts of spirit and talent coming through and winning the hearts of everybody. And then somebody who preaches with a lot of charisma, false charisma, and then goes ahead and all of this comes out and makes an entire nation feel shame. So it's very difficult when we see the positions, the juxtapositions that these two different people are in. I would rather have Cody Lee leading this country, right? And then this other guy trying to do some talent without wearing brown face and getting buzzed off this stage by the AGT judges, okay? But anyway, sorry for a little rant this morning. I want to tell you guys a quick story. I know you came here for tarot and messages, and we will do that. Just stay tuned for a second. A little story. I played a joke on my friend the other day, and it was kind of mean, because he come up to me and he said, "Hey, it's a nice day." And I said, "What's a nice day?" And he said, "What do you mean?" I said, "Well, you said it's a nice day. I want to know what is it? What's a nice day? Is it not the Stephen King movie? Not that what's a nice day?" He says, "Well, it's a nice day." "Well, what is it?" And he was like, "Well, what do you mean?" And so I had to go on and explain it to him. And our words do it very little justice, but it's a very common phrase in our language. Hey, it's raining. Well, what's raining? It's a nice day. What's a nice day? Well, everything, the entire process. There's two things that it is when people tell you in context, it's a nice day, or it's raining, or it's gorgeous outside. What is it? It is the culmination of all that has ever been in this universe up until that moment in space and time. And is also the very beginning of all that will ever be in this universe. That's what it is. It's the process. It's that which involves all of us. So it's kind of just for some of our deeply philosophical and awake viewers, you'll kind of see some of the humor in that, and I'm glad that you're here. And for everybody that's watching, because we're still a tarot channel technically, and I'm so happy to be able to check in with you guys. I'm living out here in the middle of nowhere, on the edge of tomorrow, on the edge of all known interweb networks. So it makes it difficult to reach out to you guys as much as I would like to, but it's probably for the best. So what it is, every molecule in its divine space. So I'm happy this message is reaching the ears that it's reaching when it is, okay? Wow, okay, we got a couple cards out today. All right, maybe some of this coming off the top for me. We've pulled a card of Judgment up with a Page of Wands, okay? So this is about making the call, about your dreams, your knowledge, your wisdom, your path, your destiny, okay? You take these ideas, you take these divine inspirations, but you've got to reach an activation point. At some point, you've got to make the judgment call. Hey, I'm going to do something with this, or I'm not going to do something with this. So some of the people watching, you may have like burning ideas and inspirations of things going on for yourself where you're like, hey, this is what I want. This is what I want to do. But the judgment call is saying take action. There needs to be an activation point. The road to hell is paved with good intentions, and 1,000 amazing great intentions are not equal to that one act. Whether you do it for yourself, whether you do it for an act of kindness for another, just do something about it. Kind of like, this is get off your duff type energy. This is stop the worrying, stop the sort of, it's good to be in the receptive mode, but you can be too deep in receptive mode where you kind of just wait for these things to happen, or you say, well, I'm ready for it. Well, where is it? The judgment card is very much about this let's get after it type of time, because you do have creative control. Every molecule is in its divine place, but hey, you there at the center of your living room, the center of the universe, at some point can say, well, I am the star of this show. I am the leading role in this life. So you know what? I'm going to know my lines. I'm going to go out and I'm going to make an awesome presentation. I'm going to go out and make honest and earnest steps towards attaining and making the best life that I can for myself. Very much so with that Page of Wands saying, everything starts as an idea, but how many of those things are just simply left as ideas? And sometimes it takes a long time to figure these things out, and never get down on yourself for the time it takes to figure these things out. But hey, like the song says, if it feels good, do it. Get out there and make it happen, right? The judgment card is very much, again, about rising above your own limitations. And they're the subtle subconscious ones that we place on ourselves sometimes to be like, it's a great idea, but oh, that would be awesome if, right? No more, none of that. That's kind of this energy on the day. And if you're on a Friday where you're just wanting to go out, have some fun, it doesn't always have to be that super serious, but it should be that level of exuberance and excitement that you bring into rooms, you bring into nature, you bring into situations, and even your projects, because so many of us, we want to create. We really want to create. And that's wonderful for those of you that are creating today. All right. So we're going to get our spiritual AF message out for everybody today, and it should be a really awesome thing. In the words of Lauryn Hill, right? How you going to win if you ain't right within? How you going to win if you ain't right within, right? So this is kind of about these decks about getting this, okay? Meditation. Oh, here, let me get this centered for you. Meditation, also known as STFU for a few minutes, okay? Lots of people say they don't know how to meditate. You're no longer allowed to be one of these people. Just be quiet for a few minutes. See what happens? That's what the Buddha did, and then do it some more. And the interesting part of this is, like, some people will struggle with meditation, whether it's new or whether they're experienced. A couple rules that I live by when it comes to meditation is even 1 minute. If you're new, even 1 minute of just silently witnessing your breath without controlling it will open up the doorway to having a much easier time of meditation. And don't worry, there's no set amount of time that you should meditate. There is no preferred posture. Well, there's preferred postures and positionings for doing it, but no two meditations are the same. And don't feel like you have to follow any sort of preset rules by gurus or spiritual leaders or people in the community, your besties telling you that, oh, well, you should do it this way, you should make it that way. No. You do it your way. It is supposed to be as unique as you are. And each meditation is meant to be unique, and some of them will run similar. Some people, you'll find rhythms and patterns start to develop in your meditations. But if you're having trouble and you're first getting started, 1 minute, and remember, it doesn't have to be a certain way. You simply acknowledge thoughts when they come in, dismiss them gently, put them to the side, and always return to that silent witnessing of the prana, of your breathing process. And you don't even have to, even if you can do it, it doesn't even have to be a minute. It could be 20 seconds, whatever it is. But engaging with that which beats your heart, that which breathes you, that can bring you to a point of renewal, rejuvenation. And don't expect great miraculous things to happen after a couple weeks of even meditating for a half hour, 45 minutes. It's going to be different from anybody. There's no set standard for this kind of stuff, but it does require that cardinal rule, STFU, for just a few minutes. And doesn't mean the verbal diarrhea like I have. This is the STFU of the mind. We're STFUing the thought process, the inner dialogue the mind's narration, story time that always gives you. Sometimes it helps you, doesn't help you from falling asleep. It can get you distracted while you're driving, that sort of thing. We just want to be no thought, right? Is kind of the way. And you can have thoughts while you're meditating. And, you know, once you get practice at it, you can have a few more, and you can begin to direct it. But for anyone out there having trouble with meditation, just remember those couple things. There's no set rules to this stuff. Okay, just do what feels right. But that Judgment Page of Wands, hey, actually, it might actually be time to sit yourself down and focus on quieting that entire internal dialogue. Okay, and I'm gonna slow down my dialogue for you, so that you can get on with your day, you can get on with your life. Thanks again, everybody, for spending a few minutes with me here as I'm out in my favorite spot in the little red car doing my thing. Again, don't forget to like and share, or don't like and share if you don't want to, but it's very nice to have this opportunity. I feel very blessed to be here with you all, and I look forward to seeing you all again very, very soon. Okay, bye for now.